Andrew. He was making fun of me about being so loud last time.
Oh, yeah? Brand?
No, Andrew, look at this guy. Brand, yeah, oh, I thought you said Graham.
Oh.
Say, hey, everybody. Say, hi, everybody. No, right here. Hey, right here. Right here. Say, hi. No, dude. Oh, these guys.
They're B2.
How they looking now. Speed and everything.
Yeah. I mean, they're B2. You're only seeing or something like that.
So, how do they play? Did they get pushed down like Fargo?
They don't have the safety.
Oh, because this is North Dakota. Okay.
All their tournaments in Minnesota, I looked at, they've all been in
How'd they do? Well, if we can play like we did compared to how we played last night,
it'll still be tough, I think.
Yeah. At least it'll be not like it's tough.
All right, getting underway here. Game number 3 for the Moorhead Spud Finale Tournament. Tigers so far 1-1 in the tournament, taking on the Fargo Freeze. They're actually a B2 team, so a little better level, and they're 2-0 in the tournament. So it might be a tough game for the Tigers. We'll see. We still don't know. A lot of the games from earlier haven't been posted yet, so we still don't know, depending on the outcome of this game, what time or what will happen for tomorrow, what place they'll play for, but either way. Yeah, Tigers in the home whites, taking on the Fargo Freeze wearing black. Tigers will be going from left to right to start out the game.
You try to compete and meet defeat. My team's a play, I ain't complete. We gotta learn how to compete.
Your starting lineup for the Tigers here will have Jackson Danielson taking the face off. He'll have R.J. Hutchinson on his right and Ryder Butch on the left. Back at defense, we have Graham Moe and Mason Meyer. What's that? Yeah. Face-off won by the Tigers. Meyer sends it up to Lucha and then picked up by the Force, sent back into the Tiger zone. Little battle on the half wall over there. Centering pass right through the crease. Fargo Force regrouping. Graham chasing. Force behind the Tigers net. Sent out to the defense. And flipped up, almost tipped in there by the Force. Force on the near side half wall. Dump back in. Graham chasing. Force handed off to the defense. He fanned on it. Dumped into the corner. Tigers got to get this puck out in the neutral zone. Hutchinson behind the Tigers net. Poked away, picked up by the Force. Picked up now by Meyer. And intercepted. Centering pass just out of the reach of the Force. Puck comes out to the blue line, dumped back in by the Force. Now Meyer in the corner. Tigers still can't clear the puck out of the zone. Force fanned on the shot. Back to the D. He skates past Moe. Defenseman's going to skate it all the way in. Centering pass, wide open net, and the score. Breeze go up 1-0 here early in the first period. We got to start the clock, so 12:45 here is. That whole time was spent in the Tiger zone. Now we have Grimm, Grady, and Sheemer Klum out at forward. Asselin and Moald back at defense. Puck just squeaks past the defender. Comes all the way down. Grady Bow chasing. We got 2-on-1 here the other way, poked away by Asselin. Good defense there. Asselin staying on him. Centering pass, shot, save Gorman. Now Grady on the half wall. Comes away with it. He hits it into the boards to himself. Grady Bow up the far side. Poked away. Puck comes back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Grimm. Picked up now by the Force. Good job by Grady to ride him off that puck. Puck back into the neutral zone. Grimm all over him. Force into the Tiger zone. Now Graham's on him. Tigers got a line change there. We have Becker, Schlafman, and Summers out now at forward. Graham and Meyer back at defense. Force behind the Tigers net. Centering pass just out of the reach. Becker's on him. Puck comes back to the blue line. Force to the center, shot, and save Gorman. .42 here left in the first period. Tigers down by 1. Face-off won by the Tigers. Becker attempts to clear the zone and poked away by the Force. Puck back into the near side corner. Picked up now by Becker into the neutral zone. Force dump it in. Centering pass poked away by Asselin over to Summers. Summers clears the zone. Becker hustling. Now Force into the Tiger zone. I'm sorry, I keep calling them the Force or the Freeze. Now Mold with the puck. Mold up the near side. And puck just behind the net, picked up now by the Freeze. Freeze dump it in, Mucha chasing. Mucha puts on the brakes in front of the net. And Danielson backhands it into the neutral zone. Freeze regroup. Freeze into the Tiger zone. Pass was just behind the Freeze player. Centering pass. Picked up by Danielson. Danielson clears the puck up. Couldn't clear the zone. Freeze dump it back in. Now Danielson in the corner. Danielson clears the zone. Still no shot in this game for the Tigers. Centering pass, wide open there. Good save, Gorman. He had Gorman sliding to his right there. And Gorman just able to reach that puck for the save. Hutchinson with the puck now in the corner. He goes down. Puck into the far side corner now. Freeze dump it in. Picked up by Hutchinson. And sent all the way down by Grady. They're going to wave off the ice. Mucha's got to hustle. They waved it off. Now Freeze regrouping. Shot. Stick save there, Gorman. Picked up now by Mucha. Mucha up the near side. Poked away on the half wall. Sent back in by the Freeze. Freeze dump it in. Teamer Quam fans on the clearing pass there. Freeze in. He's wide open. Shot wide to the left. Teamer Quam now. Attempting to clear the zone. Freeze dump it back in. Slapped up by Asselin to Grady. Grady clears it. Teamer Quam chasing. Moald's all over him there. No shot by the Freeze. Sent up by Grimm. Tigers get a line change. We have Grimm and Summers on now. They're calling RJ off. Becker comes on in place of RJ. Grimm makes a move at the blue line. Sends it up to Becker. Nice breakout pass there from Grimm to Becker. Becker dumps it in. And the Freeze back up through the neutral zone. Past Moald. Backhanded up by Meyer. Centering pass, wide open there, and we get a save. Gorman, a couple nice saves already this game. Tigers down by 1. Totally lopsided game here for the Freeze all over the Tigers. 6 minutes left to go here in the first period. Face off one, Schlafman. Schlafman's got Becker on his left. He's going to take it in. Schlafman turns on the jet, centering pass, intercepted by the Freeze. Now Becker gets the puck. Tigers still without a shot in the game. Summers with the puck, centering pass, intercepted by the Freeze. Sent up to Meyer. Meyer backhands it in, and Graham's got to hustle back. That pass was intercepted. Now Meyer slaps it around. Up for Schlafman. Schlafman up to Summers. Summers has Becker in the center, and they've caught offsides here. We're going to get an offsides. No, they wave it off. That was totally offside. Becker goes down there. And we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage of play here. Not sure what the call is. They're going to send one of the Freeze players to the bench for a penalty. See what the call is. Roughing, maybe. So Tigers go on an early power play here in the first period. We'll get a minute and a half on the power play. Still waiting for it to get on the scoreboard up there. And the official call, number 17, on the force for body checking. Dumped in by Moald. Tigers got to chase and go get that puck though. And the force send it all the way down. That's not going to be an ice. Picked up by Asselin. Asselin sends it up to Grady. Grady tips it up into the force zone. Freeze zone. Under a minute left to go now in the Tigers power play. Dumped in by the Freeze. Picked up by Asselin. Asselin flips it up and all the way down the ice. They're going to say no ice. It was tipped. Rim in the corner. Picked up by Danielson. Danielson shoots it into the side of the net. Sent up to Asselin. Asselin shot. Pad save. Rebound. And we're going to get a whistle here and a stoppage of play. Good shot by Asselin from the blue line. They were there for the rebound. Unfortunately, Tigers can't hammer it home. 4 minutes and 4:01 left to go here. Tigers down by 1 in the first. 28 seconds left on the Tigers power play. Face off one, Schlafman back to Meyer. Freeze pick it up, tip it past Meyer. They got one more to beat. They got a wide open skater in front of the net. Nobody on him. Luckily, Graham kept him to the outside there. Couldn't get it passed over. Puck comes into the near side corner. Picked up by Becker. Becker sends it up for Schlafman. Poked back in by the Freeze. The Force is the semi-pro team here in Fargo. And while the Freeze look pretty good, I don't think they're that caliber, but centering pass for the Freeze. Flipped up by Meyer. Back to the point. Dumped back in by the Freeze. Now Schlafman with the puck. Tigers got to move their feet though. Nobody's skating. Schlafman moves to the middle. Picked up by the Freeze. Centering pass now. Intercepted by Graham. Centering pass, wide open net. Gorman got the stick out there. Nice save for Gorman. kept in by the Freeze. We get a shot and wide to the right. Bouncing puck picked up by Summers. Schlafman goes down in the corner. Sent up for Summers. Summers into the boards. He skates past one. Freeze. Sent up for Becker. Becker's all alone on the breakaway. He puts on the break. Becker at the blue line. Becker with a wrist shot from the blue line into the Freeze player. Summers tries a one-timer there and kind of fanned on that one. Poked away by Moald at the blue line. Freeze still come away with it. Free shot wide to the left. Picked up now by Schlafman. Schlafman up for Summers, just behind him. Picked up now by the Freeze. Freeze take the Tiger zone. Centering pass. Pretty high. And we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage of play. They're going to say it was played by a high stick. So face-off come all the way back down into the Freeze zone. Lucky break here for the Tigers. Minute 32 left here in the first period. Face-off won by the Tigers. Hutchinson in the middle, he lost it. Puck comes back to Moald, backhanded up for Asselin. Picked up now by Schiemerklom. Schiemerklom goes down, Freeze come away with it. Kept to the outside there by Hutchinson. Wrap around, backhand, shot, save Gorman. Schiemerklom sends it up. Back to the blue line, dumped in by the Freeze. Freeze back to the blue line again. Puck back to the blue line. Skate in by the Freeze. Picked up by Hutchinson. Hutchinson got in neutral zone, but then lost it. So Freeze will regroup. Freeze sent it back in, picked up by Asselin. Asselin sends it into the boards, picked up again by the Freeze. Tigers got caught in a little line change there. Hutchinson poked away. Dump back in. Graham into the half wall. Puck comes back to the blue line. Good job by Danielson with stick lift there. Shot, save Gorman, and he's going to cover it for a stoppage of play. Another nice save for Gorman here. 9.8 seconds left to go in the first period. Score could be a lot higher than it is right now at 1-0. Gorman making some great saves in net. Face-off won by the Freeze. We have Danielson, Bow, and Grimm out at forward. Picked up now by Danielson. Danielson may have a breakaway here. Is he gonna? And not sure that was the end of the first period. So Danielson with last-ditch effort there at the end of the first period. And not quite enough time left. Needed a couple more seconds left on that game clock to go down and get a shot. Pretty one-sided game here for that first period. Not a lot of whistles either. Gorman playing a great game in net. See if the Tigers make any adjustments with their lines coming forward here. Try to get a little more offensive pressure on the Freeze. Seems like maybe the Schlafman, Summers, Becker line is about the only one with putting any offensive pressure on so far. See if they split them up a little bit and move some players around. shots on goal after first period. 14 for the Freeze and 2 for the Tigers. So Tigers will be going from right to left now. We'll have Jackson Danielson taking the face-off. Grady Bow on his right, Grimm on his left. Moorhead and Esselin back at defense. Face-off won by the Freeze. Danielson battling on the far side. Grimm and Bow come in to help. Freeze take the Tiger zone. Puck out to Grady. Grady's got Grimm on his right. He rips a wrist shot. Pad save, Freeze. Kept in by Esselin. And the Freeze cleared into the zone, into the neutral zone. Picked up by Grimm. Grimm into the Freeze zone. Poked away at the blue line. Picked up now by Danielson. Danielson rips one and deflected by the Freeze. Centering pass. Centering pass was poked away by the Freeze there. Esselin from the blue line. Wrist shot. Deflected out in front by Grimm. Nice chance there for the Tigers. Puck comes into the neutral zone. Moorhead chasing. Over to Esselin. Esselin sends it all the way down for an icing. Face-off will come all the way back down into the Tiger zone on the right side of Gorman. 13:35 to go here in the first period. Schlaffman out there with Summers and Becker, Graham and Meyer at defense. Face-off one. Tigers finally came away with it there. Becker hustling down. Becker putting on the Jets. He's going to get beat by the Freeze player, just barely. Good hustle there. Freeze up through center ice. Poked away by Graham. Picked up now by Meyer. Meyer's going to go all the way back behind the net. And he's going to have a turnover and a shot wide to the right. Bad turnover there for the Tigers. Puck comes all the way down. They're going to say no way. So they're going to save his touch. Becker hustling. He's got the Jets turned on. Poked away. Becker goes down. We're going to get a delayed penalty here on the Freeze. Good job by Becker to draw that penalty. And the Freeze will go to his box for the minute and a half for Trippy. Schlaffman taking the face-off. Face-off win back to Esselin. Esselin sends it in deep. Picked up by Becker in the corner. Becker centering pass. Shot Schlaffman. Pad save. And the Freeze will cover it for stoppage of play here. A couple nice shots here for the Tigers. They've doubled their shots already in this period from the first period. 12:40 to go here in the second period. Face-off won by the Freeze. Freeze sent it into the half wall, picked up by Becker, and the Freeze cleared into the neutral zone. No, he's going to wave off that offsides. That was offsides there. Lucky break for the Tigers. Picked up now by the Freeze. Freeze up the near side. Nice skate past Moorhead. Moorhead goes down. Esselin hustled back. Broke up that pay. Picked up now by Schlaffman. We got a 3-on-3 here. Schlaffman over to Summers. Back to Schlaffman. Unfortunately, it was into the skates of the Freeze player. Freeze behind their own net. past Becker. Freeze to the middle. Freeze up the far side. Dump it in. Good penalty kill here for the Freeze. They wasted a lot of time on that play. Moald up to Schlafman. Schlafman up the near side. And poked away just in the blue line. Schlafman across for Mucha. Picked up by the Freeze. Poked away by Meyer. Meyer backhands it in. Summers chasing now. Battle in the corner. 11-13 to go. Freeze at full strength. Just out of the reach of Summers there. Puck goes all the way down. Freeze hustling back. They beat Graham on that one there, and we're going to get a whistle for an ice. Face off all the way back down. Should be on the right side of Gorman. I'm sorry, right side of the Freeze goaltender here. 11:01 left to go here in the second period. Tigers are on the wrong side. Well, both teams are on the wrong side there. Face up on the left. Your left. Mucha taking the face off. He's out there. Schemer, Klum, and Hutchinson. Face off won by the Freeze. Over to Hutchinson. Hutchinson's shot deflected. Hutchinson still with the puck, kept in by Graham, and the Freeze cleared the zone. Picked up by Meyer. What's he going to do? Is he going to go all the way back? He is. He's going to take it all the way back behind their own net. And puck stolen from Meyer by the Freeze. Freeze behind the Tigers net. They try to wrap around. Save. Gorman picked up by Hutchinson now. Hutchinson couldn't clear the neutral zone. Picked up by the Freeze again. They're going to dump it in. Poked away by Bow. Now Hutchinson getting hooked behind the net. Hutchinson clears the zone. Picked up by Grady. Grady into the free zone. Shot. Pad save. And covered there for a stoppage of play by the Freeze. Good job by Grady. Nice hustle there to get down, get a shot off. Face off to the right side of the Freeze goaltender here. Grimm taking the face off. Grady Bow on his left. And Jackson Danielson on his right. Danielson in. Shot. Wide to the right. Freeze in the corner. Picked up by Danielson on the half wall. Sent up, kept in by Asselin. Wow, that was another offside there. I think Tigers got lucky there. Asselin flips it up and wide to the right. Danielson sends it up to Moald. Moald with a shot into the skates of Grady. Force Freeze sent it up, picked up by Danielson. Now Grimm with the puck behind the Freeze net. Tries to wrap around, save. Freeze now with the puck. Poked away by Moald. Good defense there. Now Asselin sends it into the neutral zone. Tigers in desperate need of a line change here, I think. Now Freeze into the Tiger zone. Kept to the outside by Moald. Asselin all over him. Centering pass out to the defense. He's wide open. They're going to get a shot. Blocked out in front by Grimm. Freeze to the middle. Good job by Grady to lift the stick there, prevent the shot. The shot from the blue line wide to the right. Now Asselin gets the shoulder. Grady kicks it up to the defense. Shot from the blue line. Deflected out in front. Danielson, I think, may have got a little piece of that. Risky move there for Danielson to block it. And Gorman with another nice save, and he's going to jump on it for a stoppage to play. 8:01 left to go here in the second.
What was he trying to
Face-off will be to the left of Gorman here. We'll have Floppman taking the face-off. He's out there with Becker and Summers. And Graham and Meyer back at defense. Picked up by the Freeze. In the corner, Meyer slapped it up, intercepted by the Freeze. Freeze with the one-sided stop. Nice goal there by the Freeze. Nobody on the winger there. He was wide open for a nice one-timer. Tigers go down 2-0 here. Tigers keep the same lineup out there. Floppman, Becker, Summers. Face off one by the Tigers. Meyer up to Becker. Becker into the freeze zone. Becker goes down again. They're going to get another penalty here for tripping. And Tigers with a power play. That's Becker's second penalty drawn in the game. So, good power play opportunity here for the Tigers. Asselin comes out. They put Danielson out there at defense. And face-off one by the Tigers. Poked away by Summers. Freeze regrouping. Picked up now by Summers. Summers up to Becker. Nice pass to Becker there. Just a little bit behind him, but puck comes into the freeze freeze zone. Picked up now by Moald. Moald over to Summers. Summers into the freeze zone. Summers still has the puck. Backhand save. Freeze, and he's going to cover it to the top of the play. 6:41 to go in the second period. 40 seconds left on the Tigers' power play. Tigers have a couple shots here on this power play, and they'll change up the lines. We have Grimm, Grady, and Hutchinson out at forward. Asselin and Danielson back at defense. Grady taking the face-off, and the face-off won by the Freeze. Freeze behind their own net. Sent up just out of the reach of the Freeze player. Danielson now with the puck. He sends it over for Hutchinson. Hutchinson pokes it up and picked up by the Freeze. Hutchinson held the blue line there. Grady skating it in. Grady with the shot wide to the left. Danielson hustling in. Danielson with the slap shot wide to the left. Picked up now by Grimm. Grimm makes a move. Poked away. Puck comes back into the neutral zone to Danielson. And the Freeze at full strength. Danielson up to Grimm. Grimm takes the Freeze zone shot. Freeze just got a stick on it at the last minute there. Prevented that shot. Now Asselin chasing. Up now by Danielson. Danielson flips it up into the neutral zone. Flip back up by the Freeze. Good clean game here so far for the Tigers. Over halfway through the game and no penalties on the Tigers. Very few whistles. And they're going to wave off the ice here. He beat it to it. Need a good back check here for the Tigers. Freeze skated all the way down, finally poked away by Grimm. Puck comes down into the neutral zone. Grimm chasing. backhanded in by Hutchinson. And that puck comes back into the Tiger zone. No ice, waved off. It was touched. Picked up by Graham. Graham sends it up to the Freeze player. Picked up now by Hutchinson. Shot from the blue line. Picked up by Graham. Freeze with the shot and save Gorman. Four and 9 left to go here in the second period. We'll have Mucha, Becker, and Schlafman. So coaches did change up the lines here a little bit. I think they switched out Summers and Mucha. Nice save there by Gorman. And we have Asselin and Moald back at defense. Mucha. Attempt to clear the zone. Kept in by the Freeze. Picked up now by Moald. Moald backhands it up to Mucha. Stolen by the Freeze. Now Asselin with the puck. Asselin sends it up. Freeze with a shot. And we got it all. Looked like Gorman saved it. It was right in his belly. Not sure what happened. He kind of had a weird stance there on the ground. Must have just trickled in. So Freeze go up 3-0. So we have Schlafman taking the face-off. Still out there with Mucha on his right, Becker on his left. And Freeze come away with that one. Shot and saved Gorman. He drops it and falls on it. First stoppage of play. 3:13 left here in the second. Face-off won by the Tigers. They're going to wave off that offsides too. That was pretty blatant offsides and no call there by the ref. That's about the fourth offsides they've missed on the Tigers. Kept in by Schlafman. Sent up, Meyer chasing. See what, he's going to go all the way back behind the net. He loses it behind the net, turns it over. Bad spot there, centering pass shot. And Gorman's going to fall on it. .231 left here in the second. Face-off to be to the left of Gorman. Danielson taking the face-off. Got shot and saved Gorman. Freeze send it up. Brady into the half wall and he sends it all the way down. Freeze behind their own net. Cleared into the neutral zone. Stick lift by Summers. And he throws his hands up. Not sure what he was mad about, but got to play the puck. Can't chip into the refs there. Centering pass, poked away by Summers. Puck deep into the corner, poked up by Danielson. Summers up to Grady. Grady goes down. Picked up now by Summers. Summers across to Grady. Grady attempted to go to the forehand there, couldn't quite get the shot off. Now Now Summers back to Danielson. Danielson slap shot to Grady. Grady with the shot. He had the wide open net. Couldn't hammer it home. Goaltender lost his stick. Goaltender got his stick back there for the freeze. Kept in by Moald. Moald sends it in deep. Now Caden with the puck. He sends it up to Summers. Summers from the half wall. Deflected out in front. Grady. Shot, save, and covered for stoppage of play. Good flurry there for the Tigers. 52 seconds left here in the second period. And they resurface the ice here after the second period, so we'll have about a 10-minute break here after this period. While they do that. Kept in by Graham. Meyer over there too. All the Tigers on that side. Sheemer climbs all the way down into the Tiger zone. He was standing by the net. So we get an offside. 34 seconds left here in the second period. Tigers are changing up. Flockman comes on in place of Sheemer Klum. Face-off won by the Tigers. Grimm back. Meyer's going to get beat to the puck. Freeze behind their net. Wide open player. Shot. Wide and right. 19 seconds. And the Tigers cleared in the neutral zone. Schlafman hustling. Can he beat him? Can he beat him? He had Grimm open too. Couldn't quite beat him. They escaped past Moald. We got a 4-on-2 here the other way. And the freeze pass couldn't quite be picked up. 2 seconds, 1 second. Quick save there by Gorman. And that'll do it for the second period. So they're going to resurface the rink here. So we'll be back with you in about 10 minutes. right, third period about to get underway here. Tigers will be going from left to right again, down by 3. 15 minutes left to go in this game. Lineup for the third period looks like Schloffman taking the face off. Summers will be on his left, Schiemerquam on his right, and then we have Moald and Asselin back at defense. Oh, Becker came in place of Schiemerquam. So face-off won by the Tigers, sent all the way back into the Tiger zone, picked up by Moald. Moald into the half wall for Summers. Summers clears it into the neutral zone. Freeze back into the Tiger zone. Shot went wide to the right. Freeze hold the blue line. Sent in. I don't think Gorman saw that one. Just wide to the right. And picked up by Schloffman. Schloffman couldn't quite clear the zone. Tigers get caught deep here. You got Becker and Summers still in the neutral zone. Moald backhands it right to the Freeze player. Shot there went wide to the left. Summers clears the neutral zone. Summers in the corner. He sends it into the corner. Puck comes up past Graham. Puck goes all the way down. Meyer chasing. Meyer's going to take it all the way up himself here and poke away at the blue line. Offensive zone turnover for the Tigers. Nice breakout pass here for the Freeze. We got a 3-on-2 coming back the other way. Picked up by the Freeze in front of the net. That shot wide to the right. Freeze centering pass, wide open player. Shot and right into the belly of Gorman. Face-off will come to the right side of Gorman. 13:05 left here in the third period. Shots on goal for the second through 2 periods. 32 for the Freeze and 13 for the Tigers. Grimm at the blue line. He's got Mucha skating to the right. Gets it poked away. Grimm laying on the ice. He's got to get up. Tigers can't bring it into the zone. Grimm is laying on the ice in the offensive zone. Kept in by the Freeze. Freeze in the far side corner. They're going to send Grimm here for body elbowing. So Grimm to the box for a minute and a half. Looks like an elbow. Grady taking the face off. He has Danielson out there with him on his left, and then Graham and Moald back to defense. Face-off won by the Freeze, back to the blue line. Freeze can't hold the blue line. Puck comes all the way back into the Freeze zone. Freeze into the neutral zone. Poked away by Danielson. Picked up by Graham. Graham sends it up to the defense. He skates it in. Poked away by Graham. Tigers with their first penalty of the game. So pretty clean game for them. Good job by Grady to send that up and into the neutral zone. Freeze backhanded up and send it in to Graham. Freeze hold the blue line. Skate to the middle. Shot. Blocked away by Gorman. Freeze to the blue line. They go D to D, skated in. I think Grady just got a stick on that one. He's got a wide open shot, gonna skate it in, deflected out in front by a couple different players. Freeze in the corner. Oh, Grady hit it backwards to Meyer. Meyer fumbling it with it on the half wall. Hands it off right to the Freeze player. Backhanded up, blocked by Danielson. I'm sorry, blocked by Graham. Now Graham comes away with it. Graham sends it up for Sheemer Quam. Sheemer Quam skated past it, so puck comes all the way down into the free zone. Freeze behind their own net. 10:30 to go here in the third period. Yeah, 3 on 2. And they're going to call the freeze for an offsides. .24 here in the third period. Backhanded into the neutral zone by Moald. Dropped back in by the Freeze. Poked away by Sheemer Klum. Moald in the corner. He sends it up for Grady. Grady can't clear the zone. Kept in by the Freeze. Now Danielson behind the Tigers net. He sends it into the half wall. Danielson up the near side. Danielson with the stick lift behind the net. Tigers come away with it. Grady makes a move. Backhand shot, save, Freeze. Danielson a little pushing and shoving out in front. No call. Danielson getting a little chippy out there. Now Freeze coming down. Good job by Moald to come back. No call there on the trip. Centering pass, wide open player in front of the net. Another centering pass. They're leaving them wide open up there at the top of the circle. Picked up by Grady. Grady skates past a couple. He's still got the puck. He skates it in. Shot, save, rebound. Becker almost had a rebound there. And the Freeze flip it up. They left the suck hole back there, so Freeze on a breakaway. Graham hustling back. Shot, save, Gorman. Another shot, save, Gorman. Sent up by Meyer back to the blue line. Freeze dump it in. Shot goes up and over the net. Now Schlafman sends it up for Becker. Becker to the middle. He sends it up for Summers. Intercepted by the Freeze. Freeze backhanded into the Tiger zone. Now Graham with the puck. Freeze come away with it. Centering pass. Good job by Summers to lift the stick. Freeze hold the blue line. Send it in. Deflected by Schlafman. Now Meyer. He sends it. Couldn't quite clear the zone. Graham battling in the far side back wall there. Centering pass. Sent up by Graham. Freeze hold the blue line. They send it up and in. Bounce out in front. Meyer almost tipped that in. Centering pass. Another shot. Blocker save. Gorman. And they're going to get that one. So Freeze go up. More than nothing. We'll have Grimm, Hutchinson, and Mooch out there now. Danielson and Asselin back at defense. Danielson sends it up into the neutral zone. Freeze just clear. Asselin behind her own net. Turned over behind the net. And we're going to get another goal. Bad turnover there by Asselin behind the net. Freeze go up 5-0. Again, the Freeze is a B2 team, so playing in the C tournament. That's why you see a little lopsided game here. This is their first C tournament of the year. Otherwise, they've always played B or B2 tournaments. Asselin behind their own net. Kept in by the Freeze. Sent back up by Danielson. Freeze keep it in again. Played by Asselin. Asselin gets it poked away and kept in again by the Freeze. Now Danielson, he sends it into the half wall. Couldn't quite clear the zone again. Puck comes back behind the Tigers' net. Hutchinson and Asselin battling. Rib comes away with the puck. Now he's got one to beat. And he gets it kicked away at the blue line. Sent in by Mucha. Oh, be careful there. Moal gets beat. Meyer got sucked into the far side. Meyer gets pushed down. And Tigers come away with it. Mucha now on the half wall, backhanded up and in. We're going to get a save and a covered puck. We're stopping to play at 5:43 left to go here in the third period. Face-off should come to the right side of the Freeze goaltender. Tigers change up the line. They have Becker, Bow, and Sheemer Quam out there, and Grady, Bow, and Meyer back in defense. Grady Bow taking the face-off. Face-off one Grady. And his shot deflected out in front, picked up by Becker behind the net. Becker turns it over behind the net. We send it into the half wall. And cleared all the way up and down. Graham chasing. We should get nice. Puck will come all the way back down for a face-off to the left side of the Freeze goaltender. .5:24 left to go here in the third period. Face-off won by the Freeze. Freeze send it up to the half wall. Skate past Meyer. We got 3-on-1. Freeze skated in, shot up and over the net. Becker in the corner. Meyer sends it up to Grady. Grady clears it into the neutral zone. Puck into the far side corner, picked up by Meyer. Sheemer Quam comes in to help. Grady Bow in to help now. Force come over, Freeze come away with it. Shot from the blue line, up, bouncing puck. Save Gorman. Tigers aren't really skating. Grady sends it up into center ice here, just out of the reach of Becker, and it'll go all the way down for an icing. 4:08 left to go here in the third period. Tigers down by 5. Face off on the left side of Gorman. Summers taking the face off. Puck comes back to the blue line, sent in by the Freeze. Near side corner. Asselin's over him, centering pass. Poked away, picked up by Danielson. We got 3-on-1 now the other way. Danielson backhands it into the States of Summers. Turnover there at the blue line. Freeze come back the other way. Freeze will dump it all the way down. Picked up by Asselin. Centering pass. Poked away by Moald. Picked up by Summers. Summers backhands it right to Schlafman. Nice backhand pass there by Schlafman. Schlafman gets the puck stolen by the Freeze. Poked back in by Summers. And Summers now all alone. He's going to skate in. Shot save, Freeze. Kept in by Asselin. Now Schlafman comes away with it. Schlafman hands it off to Summers, poked away, and puck comes back into the neutral zone. Moald chasing. Moald sends it to Danielson, bouncing puck. Picked up now by Schlafman. Schlafman up the near side, poked away, and Asselin into the, of course, free zone. Puck comes back to center ice to Moald. Moald sends it down, picked up by the Freeze in their own zone. Hutchinson now on him. Poked up by Grimm. 2:15 left to go here in the third period. Now Freeze down the ice. They got a wide open pass there to the center. And shot goes wide to the left, picked up by Grimm. Grimm to the middle. Gets it into the free zone, but turns it over shortly after the blue line. Free send it up to Graham. Now Graham with the puck. Graham sends it into the free zone. Minute 35 left here in the third period. Not many whistles here in the third period. Hutchinson behind their own net into the corner. Now Graham with the puck. Graham sends it up to Mucha. Mucha couldn't hold on to the pass. He gets it into the neutral zone though. He sends it up for Grimm. Grimm gets it poked away at the blue line. Rode off the puck by Hutchinson. Hutchinson makes a move into the neutral zone. Backhands it up for Grimm, bouncing puck. Grimm's going to go off. Grady comes on. Schiemerquam comes on, and then Moald and Asselin now back at defense. Moald into the freeze zone behind their net. Moald goes down. 20 seconds left here in the game. Nice Tigers get one at least. It comes back to Asselin. Asselin holds the blue line. 10 seconds left here in the game. Well, good clean game here for the Tigers anyway. And that'll do it for your Tigers. Tigers fall to 1-2 in the tournament. So you'll have to stand by to see when we play tomorrow.